Today, we see who's better in the NFC between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Michael Dixon with the honor of getting us started. And we're off and running from Landover. It's Darius Slayton with the return. Escapes the defender. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So out come the Giants. Their first drive of the game coming up. And bringing them out, one of two quarterbacks taken in the first round of this year's draft. Out of Ole Miss, it's Jackson Dart.
Look, there are pressures that come along with being a first-round pick. You're expected to lead your team to bigger and better things right away, no matter the situation you're drafted into. To his credit, he hasn't shied away from any of those pressures. He's been the guy they needed off the field. Now we finally get to see what he can do on it.
From the gun, here's Dart. Like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it
third down now. Here's Dart. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. So here's Jack Brownie to punt this one away. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season right with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of the league MVP and maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts this campaign, though, how you start can have a massive impact on how things play out. Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
It's complete. This is Bowers. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
And the Washington first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
All right. Now things starting to pick up a little bit after a slow start, Brock. Last things fans want to see is a couple of uninspiring drives to begin a game.
Yep, they get the first and generate just a little excitement that we could see maybe our first touchdown here, or at least avoid another quick punt.
Now after the play, looks like we have somebody banged up. What we hope is it's nothing major. Don't want to see a serious injury less than a quarter into the season. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Taylor now up the middle. We'll cobble together a yard there. Brian Burns coming up with the stop.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
Third down, 1 yard to go.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He had it for a long good. Great defensive play. Jar it loose. Incomplete. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is
to win it. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And they are really starting the season off with a banger of a contest here, Brock. A chance to measure up against a division rival, and this win could be an important one to have in hand in just a few months. Completed over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
4 yards on the
gun this time. Here's Dart. That's not a quick hitter. He's going to be stopped right around the 37. We come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. We've set it downs from the 37.
And the Giants first down.
On first down, this is Scattergood. Winning their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
It's Scatterbull on second down. So a solid gain there, Brock. It's still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. On a sneak, here's Dart. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
And the Giants first
down. Just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
First down, New York.
And play action with Dart. Hits him on the out route. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. New set of downs for him. He starts at the 38.
That's another Giants.
From the pistol, with the Scatterbull. And he's going to manage a low yard on that drive up the gut. Miles Garrett coming in for the stop. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Darts out of the shotgun. That's Robinson on a slant. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Screen here for Scatterbull. It's going to be a short pickup down to the 22. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Here's a design run. And they are going to have to face a third down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
14-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up third and inches.
He has it on the QB sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Dart. Dumps it off to his running back. Fights his way through a tackle. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Offensive line. This is second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Brock from the pistol.
Second and 4. At the Commanders' 7-yard line.
He dropped it. He dropped the interception. That was a risky throw and a check down of all things. Really went the other way, but only an incompletion on second down.
Was there defensively.
Throwing on third. Here's Dart.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape for an entire season. Heck, yeah, season. That pressed against their own end zone, making an impact play no one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard. It's that type of effort that coaches want to see from everyone on the field.
Here comes the Washington offense after the field, ready for their second drive. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes first and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 27. After a good pickup, they're set up for second and short.
Brings up second and 2. At the 27.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. That's good for a couple of yards. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 29.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. This is Cox. That's Bowers working downfield. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's good for a Washington first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Kate, we see it every week in the NFL. So many of these defenses are predicated on not giving up the big play. So when you get a chunk play, yards like that thrown into double coverage to your tight ends, you will take it every time or twice on Sunday.
They're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. Well, now, welcome to
Gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Third and 11.
To the air on third and long. Got a man. That's McCoy. And he's marked down. Looks like at the 32-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Play action now. Daniels. That's going to be caught by his back. Taylor. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. He'll come up on first and 10.
14 more yards. That's good for a Washington first down.
A give left side to Taylor. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
Out of the gun, Daniels. And that is a Washington touchdown. The Commanders parlay a turnover into a lead. Brock Bowers the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. Dixon to kick this one away. Let's take this at the 10. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Giants about to get to work on offense. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. New York offense ready to get going here. It's first and 10. Go play action. Here's Dart. Got this down. Scatterbo. And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. We're all set now. First and 10.
And the Giants first down.
Complete left side to Robinson. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
A gain of 10 yards.
The give right side. It's Scatterbo. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
Giants first down. A gain of 12.
Take a Scatterbo here on his own read. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
If there's ever a play we could call garden drive in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run. Pretty sound stop there defensively.
Going right back to Scatterbo. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. About set. This is 3rd and 5. Now Dart's going to the air. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down. No kicker out there, so instead of a 46-yard field goal effort, they're going for it. He's keeping it. He's going for it. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop it at the line. No gain. Offense getting set. Here's first and 10.
Giants first down.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. And he's just going to hook this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Second and 10. Slow at the 28. Scatterbo now on the gun. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Brought down by the versatile All-Pro, Kyle Hamilton.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
5 DBs out there for the Commanders on 3rd. Throw here, 3rd down. Even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. from 42 yards out.
A 42-yard attempt.
The kick by Gano is good.
The kick is
and
good.
it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
The score.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
It's Deebo Samuel with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Play fake here, Daniels. He'll try and run this. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Washington first down. One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
First down. First and 10 at the
Going on first down, Daniels. Jump off, caught by his back. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Another Washington Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of quick on top of him.
He's able to drive back by Rhino. Bruce Phillips making the tackle.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
He's brought in. And this is going to get him right up near that first down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, third down.
Brock Bowers brings up third down.
Daniels keeps it himself. They're loaded and ready for that sweep, won't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Taylor. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs turning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Oh, man, nothing from him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too.
A gain of a yard. Brings up third.
Going to turn to Taylor on third down. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. He's got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
From the gun, it's Daniels. He's going to have the Washington touchdown. The Commanders now lead by 10. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown.
Washington.
It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11.
Giants 3.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. Down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. On first down, here's Dart. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. Oh, heads up play from the Giants there. They get to the loose ball and make the recovery. So they keep the football, but now they face 7 long. From the gun, here's Dart. He finds Neighbors right side. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Shotgun now on on third down. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a fourth down.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
He's got it. Jukes away from one. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. The Commanders all set to regain possession. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Now Daniels off the play action. Offense to the line for second down.
36-yard line.
Daniels. Throwing the out route complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
11 yards on the play.
So when we come back, it'll be 3rd and 7. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Commanders currently on top here at Northwest Stadium. Daniels throwing on third. And this one is launched downfield. He's got it inside the 10. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
That's good.
They sent it out to New York just to be safe. And the folks there saw enough to change that call.
At the 47-yard line.
And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks it inside their own 10. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And we're scannable. And they quickly back up much further, Brock. A safety, really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
With the gun this time, here's Dunt. That's incomplete on 2nd down. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up
They'll empty the backfield, motion him right. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Once again, it is Jack Browning out for the punt. Takes this one at the 40. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Commanders have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. To throw, Daniels. That's a catch. Jackson Smith and Jigba. And this is through the midfield strike and onto the Giants side of the field. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. That's it again to Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35.
That's good for a
On
Washington.
1st down, here's Daniels. That'll be incomplete to start the defense out. Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10.
For Brock Bowers. Incomplete.
To the air again, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first.
It's a gain of 11.
They'll have 2 left to work with
And
before
the
halftime.
Commanders First down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route
First
in
and
particular.
10 at the
Why?
23-yard
Because he's a
line.
guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. Giving final on that play as he gets him inside the red zone. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
2nd and 5.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Daniels now. Going with the screen to Taylor. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders are racing up to the halftime locker room. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Commanders push their lead to 18.
Commanders 21. Giants
On now is
3.
Dixon to kick this one away.
Dixon set to kick off.
Slayton with a return. He dodged the tackle. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Giants take over now late in this first half. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off that deficit. Throwing on first down. It starts. Screen here for Scattergood. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Darts out of the shotgun. Has him holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a nickel from the Commanders. 3rd down. Looking now from the gun. Ooh, and before he can find any yards, he finds that sideline instead. That's going to bring up 4th down. Jack Browning on to punt. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining.
At their own 22-yard line.
Yep, as expected. They go to the ground to start this one off. Look at this, 9 yards on a nice first down run. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. No need for halftime. We'll just keep it right here and get started with the 3rd quarter. Let's see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our 2nd half. Samuel now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Dan Quinn setting his Commanders out for another drive. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Next on the crosser.
It's all good. I figured that, but I was like, it's perfectly fine to banana pudding that I made, so it ain't going nowhere.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent. When you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, you're going to make the defense pay.
And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Completed over the middle. Down to the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders grow the lead coming in at halftime. It's a Puka-Nakua touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Dicker tacks on the extra points. And the Commanders grow their lead yet again.
Commanders 28. Giants.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Starting at the 10. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now here comes the New York offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. We've set it down for him. On the handoff, here's Scattergood. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in the phone booth yet. Have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he's holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign? Well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Start on the ground. Taylor. And there's the stop. He's got 9 yards on 1st down.
That run may not have got you at first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Warren running between the tackles. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset. Probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you've got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they send it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Give him an 18-yard pickup there. That's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
It's a gain of 18. That's another Washington Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That's completely cool on the left side. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
That's another Washington.
Taylor now up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Play fake here. Daniels. Yes, the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown, but they're going to say it's incomplete.
And 9 yards to go.
3rd and long for him here. It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the 1st game of the season. Training staff out to work on it. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Krosky Merritt is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Ooh, baby, Brock. This one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Commanders continue piling onto this lead.
Commanders 35, Giants 3.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Slayton with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Giants offense all set to get started. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. forward with Scannaboo. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case,
there's pressure, and he's going to be dropped. Well done by the Commanders' defense. For the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long. From the gun, here's Dart. And that nice catch not going to translate into a new set of downs just yet. The stop is made in time to make it fourth and short.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
The Giants are set to punt. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. And some excellent work to drive it all the way up past the 30-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Daniel's going to keep it. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
34-yard line.
Just a nice little reminder that this QB is more than a passer. They're going to call his number as a runner, too, especially if these defenses don't account for it.
Oh, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Giants are all over it. And they come through the sack to bring around third down.
6 yards.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. From the gun, it's Daniels. He lofts it deep right side. That's complete inside the 35. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders trying to end this before the final quarter. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
Some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Dick around now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders continue adding on to that lead.
Commanders 42, Giants 3.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Escapes a defender. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And they're going to need to play for pride or for something to build on for next week, Brock, because this game seems out of reach, even though we've got a full quarter still to go. On first and 10, here's Dart. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 33-yard line. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell.
A gain of 5 brings up
Dart's back to throw. Lost control of another one. And the Commanders pick this one up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down and second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The Commanders and receiver Puka Nacua back out to take possession. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you could go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Daniels on first down. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
12 yards. And the Washington first down.
Give it to Merritt. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders grow their lead on the turnover. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say to slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders tack on 7 more to their lead.
49, Giants 3.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away.
To kick off.
Slayton with a return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Giants take over.
Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. On first down, Siskanabu. There's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Dropping pistol. Finds Scannaboo on the jump off. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
24 yards. And the Giants first down.
No play action. Here's Dart. And the Commanders rush brings him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
6 yards.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's the Giants who are going to have it to start the 4th quarter, partner, in a game that seems pretty far out of their reach. Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Loses it again. And the Commanders pick it up. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield on their own side.
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them, Kate's going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
The Commanders and receiver Puka Nacua back out to take possession. They're going to win this game, but with touchdowns on 3 straight drives, Brock, they're probably going to want to keep that streak going. Starting on the ground team, Merritt. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Complete to Puka Nacua.
So now
It's
here's
a gain
3rd and
of
5.
6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's caught as McLaurin downfield. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain.
For a Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
That's complete to Bowers outright. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. After that play, we see some concern out there, and now we know why. That's our top pick in the draft who's shaken up. Boy, they had big expectations for him this season. Hopefully this turns out to be nothing. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Running right. This is Prosky Merritt. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Washington 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal. Prosky Merritt. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward, and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Trying again here, Prosky Merritt. The defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
This may be one of the only spots in goal-to-goal situations I wouldn't even consider a run. Now, as a quarterback, you better be aware of those eyes defensively because they're going to be all over you in the passing game.
Daniels, 3rd and goal. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Now Cameron Dicker on to try the field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Dicker connects there. A very insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
After I'd imagine dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance. The field goal through the uprights, and of course, wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
Slayton with a return. Keeps away from one. And this drive will start inside the 25. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something.
He's holding up. They're able to drop it. After one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. At the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Right, setting in the throw here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw. Here's Dart. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring our 4th down.
This is one of those moments that I am just at a loss for words. We just saw a record-tying 12th sack in this ball game. And it really is on 2 sides of it. On one side of it offensively, well, this has been impossible to block these guys. But, Kate, I have got to celebrate what we're seeing defensively. Just the 6th team in the history of this game to notch 12 sacks in one ball game.
The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and
Daniels now.
at the 30-yard line.
Deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And they scoop it up. Time to put it on the line. And from where that fumble came, Brock, 0 chance they were going to turn a profit on that play, right? But at least they did get it back.
9 on the play.
Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's 3rd and long. Here's Daniels. This is brought in big Just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
First down.
Play action now. Daniels. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And their fourth sack of the game right there brings up second down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. It's caught. This is Jacory Kroski-Merritt. Stand him up and sit him down at the line.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check down athlete on short throws.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The Commanders ready for the punt. Michael Dixon will kick it away. And this is marked out all the way down to the 6. They'll be dangerously close to their own goal line for this series. Now here comes the New York offense. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Scatterboo now from the gun. He'll dodge the tackle. And he's going to get this one to about the 22 before they take him down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Going on first down. It's Dart. He's going to loft one deep to the ground. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
46 yards.
Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no one connecting. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Darts out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
7 yards. And it's third.
Dart gonna throw again. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on it. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. Incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points. As that one falls, Brock, instead just a turnover on downs.
Oh, there was so much good on that play. Right play call, good route, great throw, Kate. Just needed to make the catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert every time.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. They go inside the game to Kroski-Merritt. Kicked it outside, found himself about 4 yards as a result. It's second down.
At the 30-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Running once again with Kroski-Merritt. And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
Chauncey Golston on the stop. A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun, Daniels. It's Bowers with another catch. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Commanders looking like they'll start this season with a win. They've got first down here from the 36. Defense as they send him backwards.
30-yard line.
Back to the line they go. Daniels going to keep it. And he's not able to escape. The zone read doesn't work. It's going to cost him a couple of yards too.
On the stop.
Well, I don't expect that loss to keep them from utilizing the option.
They did it a whole lot better that time.
And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality game, it will still wind up being fourth down. Escapes a defender. He gets his offense in better field position here. Close to the 30. The Giants offense all set to get started. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them. Gun to start. First and 10. Looking from the gun. Here's Winston. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and he's the one who makes a play on what this offense wants. Incomplete on first down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
To throw again on second down. Winston escapes the pocket. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Winston on the scramble. Jalen Carter on the tackle.
To score this as a win for the Commanders. And this isn't just anyone in their start form. They pick up what could end up being a key division victory to have later in this season. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Commanders. As with that, we sign off from D.C.
That was my critique. Melts. I have the banana add to top of the pie just didn't do the crust. It's all good. Took exactly one banana. I know. There's some more banana in the middle of the pie too. Oh, fancy. I didn't want to put the ones on top because I can't get them all perfectly, neatly, perfect like you can. Yeah. So yeah, there's. They're all perfectly, neatly, perfectly. Well, I had issues with two of them, but I finagled them. They were a little hard to move after they hit the foot. It's like it ain't pudding. It's super thick and delicious. It's not thick like your booty. Not thick like your booty. That's supreme thickness. Oh, that's why I had the wrong controller. We literally laughed, and I'm like, I'm gonna get up in a couple of minutes. It happens. I like the new toy. Yeah. That's okay. They gotta have a start somewhere. It works very well. If I wouldn't have had that, I probably would have put them in the KitchenAid mixer. Yeah. But they wouldn't have gotten as fine as they do in the. Yeah, but you could also put them in the blender too. Oh yeah. We got two ninjas that will blend.
Just over there letting off like good ones. Good ones.
Did you play the game at all?
Oh. Nope, it's all. Told you I made 4 super teams.
By your best super team.
And
you're seeing as the best super team.
Yeah, I want to see if the 4 rookies have given themselves a super team. Well, if the 4 second-year players given a super team could like meet each other in the playoffs.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League.
Anybody with MVP.
Massachusetts and Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to sing. Here we go with Greg Olson. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. And off we go from Gillette Stadium. And a decent return there. He'll get this just shy of the 30. So the Raiders come out, and Greg, they make a change at quarterback in the offseason. It is now year 13 for Geno Smith, but year 1 in silver and black.
Isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. And it's just an exciting time of year, and we'll be calling it alongside.
And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. They'll come up here. And to throw. Smith. That's caught by Tyler Lockett. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice catch on first down.
Yes, I do buy a chocolate bar in the middle of the night. But put it in the freezer for you.
Wow. Here's carry number 1 for the former Bulldogs, Zamir White. And he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving. From the gun, it's Geno.
They said they don't like chocolate.
Lock it down the left side. He's close to another first down. Just shy of the marker. Here's Genty. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
From 29, here's second down and 7. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The other day, we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively. Here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense.
Start the next one. No, because then I won't have fun of actually getting that scratch off the few that I'll get.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Smith. The right side is taken in by Bash. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
They'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. Can be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest, it just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Once again, it's Cook, and they'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 4. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Cook. Finding room to the 20. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. They get 18 on that one. First down, New England.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front. We can see the results.
Second and 10.
Roberts there on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings
Working out of the gun. It's May. That was a quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here's a third and 10.
Marcus Williams on the coverage.
Throwing is May. That's complete to the running back, Antonio Gibson. And he'll get into the end zone. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, New England.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack. You certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back. Let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
The kick is good. Makes the score Patriots 7, Raiders 3.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Greg, this was a contender for a big change with 4 and 13 a year ago. And boy, did the Raiders do that in the offseason, in the draft, and free agency, but maybe most importantly, with the new head coach. What does Pete Carroll bring to the Silver and Black?
I think the thing that is so true about Pete is just his ability to be consistent. You know, no matter what team it was on, back in those USC days when he built that juggernaut, and then obviously the identity and the culture he brought to Seattle and their sustained success over a long period of time. He goes out, he brings in a very familiar face from Seattle. They trade for Geno Smith. They get Ashton Genty in the draft. This has the early makings of that ground and pound, play great defense, manage the game at quarterback that we saw Pete Carroll turn Seattle around pretty quickly years ago. So he's going to continue to stay true to his method, stay true to his process. And if it's anything like what we've seen before, I don't expect Las Vegas to be down very long.
That's going to be gone. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate ultimate punching for the Raiders. Fourth down. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. So the Patriots, 4 and 13 last year. They make the coaching change. They find a quarterback they hope in Drake May. And all of a sudden, you bring Mike Vrabel in here, and Greg, it feels a little bit different around this Patriots squad.
It does, and listen, there's no question. In the NFL, Mike, we all know you need to be good at 2 spots of if you want to be consistent over any period of time. And that's head coach, and they believe they got their guy in Mike Vrabel after the one-year tryout of Gerard Mayo. They feel like they finally landed on the person who can carry on that Patriots legacy, that identity. And then, of course, you need to be competitive and you need to be set at the quarterback position. And now going into year 2, Drake May, in the midst of chaos last year, he was pretty good. I mean, he did a lot of really good things with some really bad things going on around him. So they think they've got the quarterback checked. They think they've got their head coach of the future. Now just continue to build that roster, build an identity of winning, and this is going to go a long way towards doing that.
This brought in out past the 20. That is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Gino. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25.
Working out of the gun, Smith. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. He's going to look for the home run ball. And this is going to be incomplete. Great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. And John's a punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. On the return is Jones. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
Patriots offense back onto the field for their next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Look in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the handoff. This is Cook. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Veteran safety Jamal Adams there for the tackle.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd
Throwing on 3rd down is May. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down. Here's Ethan Evans now. He's on for the 2nd time. We'll try to get something inside the 10. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On the ground, it's Gentry to start the drive. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. It was Milton Williams that time to bring him down. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Smith. A throw right side, taken in by Tucker. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And the Raider first
To throw is Smith. He has run it over the middle. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
gain of 17 yards.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard
That's
line.
another Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10.
So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. The Patriots out on top. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Quarter two begins. It is Raider football. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. Here's a handoff to Genty. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Jalen Thompson up from the safety spot to bring him down. He'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
At the 29-yard line.
Here's Gino. He'll step up and run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Smith from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Best. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
And a Raider 1st down. 1st down, Las Vegas.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. It is brought in the end zone. Tyler Lockett. Touchdown, Vegas. For Gino, career touchdown pass number 106, but his 1st in silver and black. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hands, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and running back James Cook making their way out. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, and I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Young quarterbacks, new coaching staff, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster and playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to keep pace with a team as good as Buffalo.
And 2 new coaches at the bottom of the standings last year, the Jets and the Patriots. And Greg, both guys who played for a long time in the league and bring a certain amount of toughness to the top of the organizations.
Oh, absolutely, and it was very clear exactly what New York and New England were looking for. They wanted culture setters, right? It wasn't about getting the fancy play caller. It wasn't about the X's and O's. They needed to establish an identity and a culture of excellence and of winning. So, no question, Mike, there was a very clear mission, a clear path to landing on Vrabel and Glenn, and they think they have their guy for the long term.
And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line.
That's another
22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Patriots 1st down. They'll run 3 ahead. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal coming up. He takes this down to about the 5.
And the Patriots 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
His kick is good. Makes the score Patriots 14, Raiders 10.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return is Dylan Lowby. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Raiders offense, Geno Smith, getting ready for their next possession. Greg, you take a step back and look at the AFC West big picture. This is historic stuff. Chiefs are going for a 10th straight division title. But you have to remember, two other teams in this division won double-digit games last year. So the question is, are the Chargers and the Broncos that far behind Kansas City?
Well, it sounds crazy. When you mention 9 in a row, you think, oh, they're just going to continue to run away with it. But I'm actually fascinated by this division. I think L.A. and Denver are a lot closer to this year's version of Kansas City. Maybe then there's a lot of talk about around the rest of the league. So until someone beats them, you'd be crazy to not pick Kansas City. But last year it was a 4-game and a 5-game spread between them. I think this year, come down the stretch, that spread is going to be a lot tighter.
No, Greg, I'm thinking if I'm a fan or even in the front office for the Chargers or the Broncos or the Raiders, do I build my team to try to knock off the king of the hill? Because you only play Kansas City 2 of those 17 games. So how do you factor that into your construction?
Yeah, I think it's such a great point. It's really fascinating to dive into. And while I wouldn't necessarily build my roster to just beat Kansas City or to just beat whoever you view as the top team in the division, you do want to find some commonalities among your 3 division opponents and make sure you are built to play within your division. Remember, that's 6 of the 17. Winning the division will get you home to playoff games. There's a lot on the line when you win your division and compete for that title. So, yes, every team has to build their roster. If you have a bunch of really good quarterbacks, you better be able to rush the passer and play pass coverage. If you're playing a lot of ground and pound, big running backs, you better be really good on the inside in defense and be able to defend the run. So there's themes across every division, and the teams that are built to compete within the division are usually the teams that find themselves in the playoffs. Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reaction. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Once again, it's Gentile. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. 16 yards. Pick up on that one. Good for a Raider first down.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
That, Geno. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes.
Geno Smith sacked.
Aiden Hutchinson working his way in to register his first sack of the new season. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Man in motion here is Tucker. On 2nd down, Smith. He's got it inside the 5.
Complete to number 86, Zach Ertz. A gain of 14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. He'll try and throw for it. Under pressure. Now he's going to go down. Back at the 8-yard line.
Geno Smith.
That is Christian Barmore. He gets there for the sack. Setting up 4th down.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system and all these early sacks. Yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Marcus Jones now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Patriots offense and running back James Cook making their way out. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And find some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
8 yards on the pickup.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and a couple. A run up the middle with Cook. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
That's good for a Patriots first down.
Here's May. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. We'll try again here. Second and 10.
Second and 10.
And the first carry for Antonio Gibson. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up third down.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Gun, here's May. This one, it's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for New England. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchdown. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Now, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? If it happens every year, we just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025?
As I started the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals. And you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattled off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. You could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati happen? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves just the fact that I know the division is difficult. We see Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were a high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
On first and 10. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete.
Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
May to throw on second down. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And the Patriots
first catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down. May going to look to throw. He's got his man, Jefferson.
Complete to Justin Jefferson. No gain on the play.
May to throw again. Will find his tight end, Kittle on the right side. New England going to take their second timeout. The clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. Third down, they need 5. May to the air once more. He's got his tight end, Kittle. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That's good for a Patriots, first down.
The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their third and final timeout. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This a 48-yard attempt. Little's kick is good. And the Pats will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that kick will help extend the lead, but remember, Mike, it's still a one-possession game. Halftime's right around the corner, so both teams, there's a lot of work left to be done before we crown a winner.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On first down is Smith. He's going to air this one out. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Our look around the NFL starts now. At Northwest Stadium in Landover, the Commanders at home to take on their rivals, the New York Football Giants. And it's...
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense and running back James Cook making their way out. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him. Devontae Adams, I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete with the high-level Devontae Adams, with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
A run on first and goal. Oh, man, the defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone. Antonio Gibson, touchdown New England. That his second touchdown now here in the season opener. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off.
Makes the score Patriots 24, Raiders 13.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about it. The pass rush gets home, and he's Jefferson starting the season with a bang. His second sack in the season opener.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. There's Lockett for the catch. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. On play action, Smith. He takes off. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, Vegas.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Raiders.
They'll run with Genty. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's tackled at the
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of those shortcomings elsewhere.
And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Xavier McKinney, the one who brings him down. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to be brought down at the 27, but that's enough. First down as they do it on the ground. The first set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
First and 10 at the
27-yard line. Caught by Zach. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
13 yards on the play. And the Raider.
Tino now on first and 10. He'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2.
In motion, back.
Second and 8 at the 12-yard line.
A second down throw for Smith. And the rush gets he'll go down. They got him. Landry in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get him here again.
Working out of the gun, Smith. This one is slowed in on the feet and downs. Yes! Tyler Lockett. Touchdown, Raiders. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Jones now on the return. Whoa! And he stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. To throw now, May. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Pickup brings up second and 2.
Now, May.
33-yard line.
That one's down the field, but it is incomplete. Third and 2. Here we go.
Darian Porter on the coverage.
Operating from the shotgun. It's May. There's Jefferson. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Patriots, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's May. Now he's just going to flip this forward.
May's pass intended for George Kittle. Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
Throw again is May. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So, a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard. And it's first and 10. A modest game. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
Darnay Holmes there on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 50-yard line.
The throw is May. Trouble there. Caught by Kittle. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
That's a gain of 6.
We'll try and run here with Cook. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. He'll try it now with Cook. And he's going to pick up a Patriots first down.
It's a gain of 2.
As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Gibson. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run here with Gibson. Strong running there. Pushing his way forward to gain a couple.
Taken down at the 41.
Third, they need 8.
3. Brings up third and 8.
Working out of the gun. It's May. That's caught. Outside. It's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. On the ground, Gibson. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 9. Out of the gun, here's May. Right over the middle, caught by London. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. First down, New England.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's May. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver. And incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. It's second down. May gonna look to throw. A throw behind his man. Can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
On third down is May. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on third down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Patriots will extend their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Raiders offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with first and 10. A throw right side, taken in by Tucker. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield.
It's a gain of 18. And the Raiders first down.
pursuit. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In motion, Fish. On second down, Smith. Has caught outside. That's Ertz. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
Smith to throw on 1st and 10. And they get 2 of them. Finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
Geno Smith sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Throwing on 2nd down, Smith. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Best that time.
Makes it 3rd down.
And it's going to bring up 3rd down.
To go.
From the gun, it's Geno. And that is incomplete. Carlton Davis there defensively to break that one up.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Like, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play. And I can tell you firsthand, like, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Patriots offense and running back James Cook making their way out. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
First down.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38-yard
line.
On play action, here's Meg. A throw on the move is caught. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. On 2nd down, and he'll have enough to move the chain. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
That's good for a Patriots first down.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 47.
Throwing now is May. Will set up the screen for Gibson. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35.
A gain of
1st and 10.
That's another Patriots first down.
Here's Gibson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
On the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's May. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Gonna get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Throwing is May. He's got it at the 7. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. George Kittle's back. Touchdown, Patriots. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Patriots will open it up even further. here in this fourth quarter.
34. Raiders 22.
Little now following the touchdown. Out to kick this one away. Bobby now to return it. And a decent return there. We'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Raiders offense, Geno Smith, getting ready for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. At the 37.
A second down throw for Smith. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
Geno Smith.
Third down and 9.
Loss of 8 yards. It's third down.
Working out of the gun, Smith. And that is incomplete. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down.
3 and out. Fourth down.
They'll go. Smith. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. That's a gain of 18.
Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off the play fake. It's Smith. There's Hurts. He's got a great sauce. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Play action now. It's Geno. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
It's second down and 10.
On play action, Smith. And he'll just bite the ball and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
And 10 yards.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. The right side is taken in by Beck. Set to go now on first and 10.
That's another
Man in motion here is Tucker. Smith to throw on first down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Smith sacked. A loss of 7 yards. It's second down.
From the shotgun, Smith. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Smith sacked.
Christian Barmore. He works his way in to record the second sack of his young career. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. That is Smith. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down. Smith to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game. I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
Gain on the play. Brings up third and goal.
Smith from the gun on third down. And he's got another one. Tyler Lockett. Touchdown, Raiders. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1.
His kick is good.
Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Yeah. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
The Patriots take over first and 10.
misses. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And the Patriots first down.
On 1st and 10, here's May. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. He's got the tight end there. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Out of bounds at his own 48-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and
now Gentry. Oh, the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble.
It's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
To throw on 1st down is May. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Patriots.
Now a run on 1st down. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 27.
We'll go play action with May. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down.
Covered by Jamin Davis.
To throw is May. That one taken in by London. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's a designed run.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, they'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now, this looks like a design run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. It didn't get a whole lot going short game.
Trying to use the big frame to push forward, but I don't think he's going to get there. He's held up at the line of scrimmage, and now it's 4th down. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they end their 4th quarter lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This returnable from the 4. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So here is Geno Smith and the Raiders. Down by 8, a little over 30 seconds remain. They need a touchdown and the 2-point conversion as well. But first things first, it's 1st and 10. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. Here's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. The crowd cranking it up another notch before third and long. They'll go play action. It's Smith. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And the Patriots have just about sewn up this football game.
The Patriots take over first and
They go
10.
down to an 8, and that's the way to start the new campaign. One game, one win here in this season opener. So it's a win for the Patriots, and it's a great start to the season for Mike Vrabel. He gets win 1 as the New England head coach. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Patriots winners at home as we say so long from Foxborough. State Capitol building. It's in Power Field at Mile High here in Denver. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. On the Tennessee sideline, Brian Callahan, age 41, looking to build on a rough 3-14 year one in his second season as the Titans head coach. On the other side, you've got the head coach of the Broncos. His team looking for a spark, hoping they're... Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. Off we go from Denver. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So out come the Titans, and they are led, Greg, by Cam Ward. Same alma mater as you, University of Miami, the #1 overall pick in this past April's draft.
Well, here it is. This is the moment, Mike, that he has been working towards ever since hearing his name called on draft night. He's put in the work. He's gotten the reps with the first team. He's had some ups and downs months through training camp in the preseason, but it's clear this organization has all the confidence in the world for this young quarterback to go out as the Week 1 starter. And frankly, the hope is he's the franchise quarterback for years to come.
It's a gain of 12 there. That's good for a Titan first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Play fake. Now Ward to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Take down. That's the Pro Bowler from a year ago, Nick Bonito. He's into the sack column early in the season. A sack on this opening drive. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Ward. Pass complete. He's got Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Ward. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down. On 4th down, the former All-Pro Johnny Hecker out to punt for Tennessee. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. 2nd season now for Bo Nix.
Well, it didn't take long for Bo Nix to establish himself as a bona fide starter in this league, winning the position with the Broncos as a rookie. He has all the intangibles, but really what sticks out the most, Mike, is the amount of starts he made in college. It's kind of similar to Brock Purdy. Very experienced at the college level. Let's see how that carries over here to the NFL level.
It is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. His pass right side. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Cedric Gray there to bring him down.
2 yards
From the 31. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll throw. It's Nix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Brings up.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It's a gain of a yard.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing. Nix. Out wide. That's Robinson. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
A run. This is Gilliam. And he's going to get him a 1st down here. Across midfield and down to the 45.
Another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw is Nix. To the left side. Caught by Chase. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's 2nd and inches.
And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson.
A 7-yard gain.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
Incomplete.
2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw is Nix. That's brought in right side by Pickett. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd
That's
down.
a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
Throwing is Nix. And on 3rd down, that ball is incomplete. Incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. In this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Makes the score Broncos 3, Titans nothing.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. The return starts from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So, Greg, the Titans, this is one of those resets. Start over, 3-14 a year ago. You get the #1 overall pick, and now you've got a quarterback you hope can be your man of the future.
Mike, I'm not sitting here and saying I knew he was going to be the first overall pick, but I'll tell you what, last year, week 1, I went down, proud Miami alum, to support them down in the swamp versus the Florida Gators, and I got to see Cam Ward play for the first time live. I walked out. I'm not saying I thought he was going to be the #1 overall pick and Heisman Trophy finalist. I'll tell you, there's just a magic to his game. There's an ease, there's a composure, and everyone you talk to, he is the best leader. He changed the culture down in Miami, so now can he do it again with the Tennessee Titans team that's fallen on some hard times? Can they get back to competing in a division that's there for the taking?
Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Some pretty good speed coming off the line there, and it helped him disrupt that draw. Well, I don't think disrupting is the right word. He flat out stopped the draw, handing them a loss.
Now a screen. Here's Pollard. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down. They are going for it. It's Ward. He's got the first down and more than that. And he'll be taken down. A big play that time on 4th and 1. A pickup of 44 yards.
For a Titans first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Trying again here from the 7-yard line. Second down and goal.
Second and goal.
Ward to throw again. Flush to his right. And he's in. Cam Ward. Touchdown, Tennessee. And that's a football to hold on to forever. His first NFL touchdown in his very first NFL game. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision, realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready for their second possession. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And they will finally run him down up near midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
That's good for a Broncos first down.
Play action now. It's Nix. That's down the field for Lamb. We're trying to get in here. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun. It's Nix. He's going to dial up another deep ball. He was looking for George Pickens there. 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Here's Nix to throw. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. this new season, and it results in a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll run with Gilliam. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Broncos.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. This is caught two. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Gain on the play leads to second and goal.
So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Titans out to the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. As we are ready to get back underway. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
Still second down.
Penalty yards marched off, and they'll try it again on second and goal. Harvey, and he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is third and goal.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's third and goal.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes fourth and goal. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos are back within 1. It's 7-6.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. Greg, when you look at the AFC South, there's an appreciation for what the Houston Texans have done. A couple of different quarterbacks, a couple of different head coaches. They've really been the team over the last several years that has been the team to beat in this division. And for the others, there's been moments. The question is, what pieces can they put together and try and piece them off the top?
Yeah, and you know, nobody wants to be in a win, right, Mike? The coach got fired probably for a reason. You're drafted at the top of the draft order for a reason. Typically means things didn't go great. But if you're going to rebuild, I'll tell you, you want to do it in a division where there's a lot of wins on your schedule. And that's certainly the AFC South over the last couple of years. So as bad as things feel if you're Jacksonville and Tennessee, the fact that there's not a big dog in your division, your ability to find yourself climbing up the ladder is not as far as away as it might seem in the moment.
And Greg, I've heard you say a bunch of times, if you have a quarterback, you have a chance. Well, both of the teams at the bottom of the division last year, Jacksonville and Tennessee, they've got #1 overall picks as their quarterbacks. One who's been around for a bit in Trevor Lawrence, and one who's recently been drafted in Cam Ward. They have to be #1 overall pick performers for these teams to come challenge at the top.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And with Trevor Lawrence, like, we've seen him play top-tier, #1 overall, a big new contract. I mean, we've seen him play franchise quarterback level ball. It just hasn't been frequent enough. And then, of course, in Tennessee with Cam Ward, we're not sure what it's going to look like, but we knew in college he was incredible. So if they get the Cam Ward we saw last year at Miami, if he brings that culture-changing presence on and off the field in that locker room to Tennessee, I wouldn't be surprised to see Jacksonville and Tennessee higher up that list.
Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
A 53-yard attempt.
Slice kick is good. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Broncos offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Going to lose a yard.
A loss of 2.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
22 yards.
That pass play good for 22. Good for a Denver 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Into the hands of Pickens once again. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
More yards.
Here's 1st and 10.
Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. Incompletion.
McBride. Incomplete.
Try again. It's
now
2nd and 10.
At the 30-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Robinson. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
A gain of
Ball sitting
yards.
at the 7. 1st and goal.
Another Broncos.
They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he will dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. And a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and you got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Titans offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
Made at the 36-yard
Ball on the 36 now. Your 2nd and 5. Again, it's Pollard. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play. 1st down for Tennessee.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those 2 things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
They'll run the sneak. It looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on third down.
First down. First and 10 at the
Slot man
34-yard line.
in motion right. First and 10, and they give it to Pollard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. From the 33, here's second and 9.
At the 33-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Wolf. This one not play on target. And too much. That one falls incomplete. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. In motion, Okonkwo. Ward now on third down. Short one there to Okonkwo. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Titans first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ward going to keep it here on the zone read. He'll take this forward for about 5. He'll come up now for second down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And the Titans are going to have first and goal. He's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. To the 5-yard line.
Tony Pollard, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
Here now, second down
4-yard gain.
and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
They'll go with him again. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Right at the line of
Give
scrimmage.
credit to this defense,
No gain
Mike.
on
Their
the
back's
play.
against the wall.
Brings up
They're standing
third
tall
and
so
goal.
far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up third down.
Now Ward on third and goal. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
Loss of 6 yards.
Zach Allen in to drop him on third and goal. And that will send the field goal unit out. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good.
That ties the game.
And the Titans will tie up the game.
Joey Sly
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
27-yard line.
The Broncos offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Back to the right side. Up by the 5. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
And 4 at the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw. A quick slap taken by Lamb. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
10 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Hicks going to throw it here on first down. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Incomplete.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receivers saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're in my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Broncos.
10 at the 35-yard line.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. When he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Very down there. That's going to bring up second down.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throw it. Nix. And this one's going to be intercepted. It's L'Jarius Sneed. And the Titans are going to take over here at their own 22.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. They'll start it here with a first and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And will bring this to about the 25. Brandon Jones comes up with the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
It is second and 6. From the gun, here's Ward. And he got hold of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Devin Witherspoon on the coverage.
Moving the tight end right. Throwing on third down, Ward. He'll get this into the hands of Ridley, complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On first and 10, Ward. Now he'll air one out. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Our look around the NFL starts now. It begins at Gillette Stadium. The Patriots at home to take on the Raiders. It's a rematch of the Tuck Rule game. And it's the number 3 pick from 2 drafts ago, Drake May. He's on target with this one, touchdown from 34 yards out. The Pats begin the Mike Vrabel era with a victory. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals. And it's Chris Olave. He's going to look this one in, and he'll take it from there. It's a 59-yard touchdown. The Saints give Kellen Moore his first win as head coach. They get the job done here. One more to tell you about. We go to Jacksonville, the Jags taking on the Carolina Panthers. And it's a man who had a real nice season last year, Chuba Hubbard. He's going to deliver in the red zone to the end zone, 12-yard touchdown run. The Panthers come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. Time for a look here at the rest of the games going on and what's to come here in Week 1 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, we expected a tight one, and we got it, all even at the break. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Delay of game. Offense. Still first down.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0.
Delay
Cost
of
them
game.
5.
Offense. Still first down.
Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off
Delay of
on
game.
top.
Offense. Still first down.
And now compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
That'll march them back half the distance, and they'll go from there.
Still first down.
And they will not get the snap off in time, and it's going
Delay
to
of
back
game.
them up halfway.
Offense.
So that'll move them back half the distance, and they'll try it again.
Still first down.
now compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll cost them half the distance.
Still first down.
They will not get the snap off in time, and it's going to back them up halfway.
Offense. Still first down.
And now compounding the issue here, we're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.